And hello everybody, welcome back to the channel guys. I hope you're all well. Before we do get into today's video, as always, please do smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for daily Rangers content. Okay, so it's Monday morning, it's the day after the disastrous Sunday where Rangers dropped 3 points in this Scottish Premiership title race, losing to Ross County for the first time in our history, or the first time in 25 attempts, 3 goals to 2. And yesterday I did an instant match reaction straight after the video and was livid, was furious. And usually once I've slept on those match reactions, the next day, I come back, I begin to build hope again for this Rangers side and get beyond and look at kind of the positives and be hopeful once again and kind of regret some of the words that I said the day before. However, with that match reaction, absolutely not. I still stand by what I said yesterday. And again, we're going to talk about the sort of title race and where we're at this moment in time towards the end of the video. But looking at social media, looking around and just hearing people's thoughts and opinions, and Rangers fans are seriously fuming from last night or yesterday afternoon at dropping the points. I think it was a really bad display and probably one of the worst I've seen over the last few years. And we've been through some shit over the last few years and bottled a lot of big moments over the last few years, but that's certainly got to be up there with the worst. It was really bad performance from Rangers, and I didn't think that would be expected, or I didn't expect that we could actually lose to Ross County in the midst of this title race. And I'm absolute gobsmacked. I still stand by it, of course. I do think, personally, if you ask me right now, that the title is over. I felt after the Celtic game in general that we were walking a tight rope. Of course, we got caught up in the euphoria of drawing that game against Celtic at Ibrox just due to the manner of the circumstances that we were 2-0 down at half time. But really, there's no getting away from it. Going into that game, Rangers should have been winning that match. That should have been the match where we had one hand on the Scottish Premiership trophy, and in the matter of a week, we are now behind in this race, 1 point behind in this race, after a disastrous showing against Ross County. Again, I still stand by it. Striking, attacking impetus, no quality, no heart and desire from the middle of the park. Our defence is absolutely woeful. And you look at the defence actually over the last few years, when you're starting Barisic, you're starting Goldson, you're starting Tavernier. These three faces have been in this Rangers defence all the way since 2018, the start of the 2018-19 season. They've always been ever present. Is it not time for a refocus? When since did Goldson become a sort of Baresi style of player? When did he start become undroppable? When did people start comparing him to Nesta? Why is there no contingency plan to go and find a better defender than Connor Goldson? I don't get this understanding that he's the saving grace. I don't even think he's the best defender within our league. But why, as a board, why as a club, do we never look, try and go beyond and try and find a new defender? Again, Tavernier. Again, I know people always say, you love Tavernier, you never say anything bad about him. Look, I do say bad things about him. I think, he's my favourite player. I think that he's underrated within our team. But for a while now, defensively, I think everybody knows that he is costing us big in games. The Celtic match was they're evident when he got turned by sort of Maiden, was at fault for a couple of the goals. There is no getting away from it defensively. Tavernier does cost us at the back, and maybe it's a conversation to be had. Well, it's been a conversation over the last 5 years. Why not push him up to right mid so we don't lose his impact from the team? But again, that never ever happens. And then Barisic, my goodness me, people even talking about this guy to get a new contract. Absolutely not. Barisic has been bad for ever since that game where we lost to Celtic at Parkhead back in 2022, when that boy sat on his arse and looked not arsed after conceding the third goal against Celtic. I said his Rangers career is done, but we still find ourselves in 2024, coming to the end of this 2024 campaign, with Barisic still starting 2 games on the bounce out of the left back. That guy will let you down time and time again. In the midfield as well, there is still a massive issue with our midfield at this moment in time. John Lundstrom, again, has been the talk of the town, and I said yesterday pretty much to tell him to piss off, to F off, that he's holding maybe the club under to ransom. He's not good enough to get a contract. I don't want to have another 3 years of John Lundstrom. He's not good enough. I think we should be looking towards the future. And again, I think Philippe Clement needs to stop trusting these characters. These are the same characters that have let down loads of managers in the past. They're the same, as they say. Leopards don't change their spots. A lot of these players are serial losers. They're losers. They're championship standard players. And again, we need to stop giving them contracts and start persisting with them. I think the moment that Philippe Clement or their manager comes in the summer and makes big decisions, we've seen big managers make big decisions. I think Ten Hag, of course, I know it's going Pete Tong for him at Manchester United, but Cristiano Ronaldo is not someone that I want within this team. I don't want this sort of player. I don't want this sort of set of player. Making those decisions, like using a Goldson and saying, no, let's get somebody else. John Lundstrom, you're not getting a new contract. We want somebody else. We want fresh blood. I think is the moment where we're going to have success, where we can get rid of this spine of losers within this team, go forward and maybe create a new dynasty. I really, really do like the look of these new signings. Diamande, by the way, why is that boy missing a freaking game due to a sore thumb? An operation on a thumb. Why is he missing a game on a sore thumb? I don't get that, and I was just about to sing his praises. I like the impact that he's had. I like that kind of model of a signing. Oscar Cortez, is a shame that he's currently out. Just posted on freaking Instagram down in London. Probably wrong time for Oscar Cortez to do that. But these two signings here, I like the model that we're going down. I think we should need to forget about John Lundstrom's, Connor Goldson's, Barisic's, all these kind of people that have been a part of the old regime and are losers. I think it's time to try and create something new, try and create a new dynasty. And I think fans all stand by me with that. And I'm not even going to go into the attacking players into this video because we have got nothing. I think Abdallah Sima is a good player, but apart from that, absolutely nothing. Cyril Dessers, I almost feel sorry for the boy at this point because I constantly just rip into him, but he's a player that's not good enough to be a Rangers number 9. It's simple as that. And we need to be trying to find some new strikers this summer, and we need a massive rebuild. But in terms of this title race, have we got enough? I seen something saying, well, I worked it out. If we win 8 games, ladies and gentlemen, we win the treble. 8 games, we win 8 games, we go on and win the treble. So it's not all doom and gloom, but you just don't think this team are capable of winning that. You know, if you ask me right now to bet money on something, I will say we end the league campaign in second place, 5 points behind with the League Cup. However, the hopefulness in me is going, right, no, this Rangers team can go on a run and maybe win the remaining games that we've got left, starting against Dundee at Wednesday and then getting a big result against a ranked rotten Celtic side. Celtic are very, very poor this season, ladies and gentlemen. Celtic are doable at Parkhead, but these players haven't got the mentality to beat a Celtic at Parkhead. So where we are right this moment in time, whilst I did say the title race is over, I do personally believe that. I do personally think that within myself, just due to the recent performances, and I've kind of seen our performances go down like that since that 5-0 win against Hearts. Since that moment, we've just been going, losses against Motherwell. Unforgivable moments throughout the Scottish Premiership campaign where we should have been out, clear, daylight, That game against Motherwell, we should have beaten them at home. That would have been another 3 points on the board. We should have beat Celtic at Ibrox. We should have beat Ross County. Already there, you're looking at 9 points. 9 points better off. 7 points better off. The league title's done and dusted. But these players can't get over the line. That's why I say it's not possible for us to win the title. And I think the large majority of Rangers fans are starting to realise that and are fuming. And rightfully so. I think everybody is right to be fuming. You're not any less staunch. You're not any less of a Rangers fan to sit there and go, we're shit. Yes, you can be hopeful. Yes, I am hopeful. I woke up the next day now and I'm again, yes, I'm that deluded Rangers fan that's going to be like, we get a win against Dundee, then it's game on. Yes, I've always been like that. Trust me, we've been watching Rangers, even moments through Pedro Canicha, Mark Warburton, all those moments where I think, have a bit of hope that we can go and win the league title despite us being 7-8 points behind in April. But I'm saying it from the bottom of my heart. I don't think we'll win the league title this year, unfortunately. But it doesn't stop me from getting behind the team, and I will. But something needs to change. Everything needs to change. And I love this manager that we've got at this moment in time. But he needs to make some big decisions this summer with regards to the same old losers of stuck 6 or 7 managers under the bus, or 5 managers under the bus. We need to get rid of some of these players. And even if people are going to come out here and say, as I say, Tavernier is my man, but if we want to get rid of the old guard potentially, it could be a good opportunity to say goodbye to him. If Saudi Arabia, that there's murmurs coming around that he's potentially going for big money, let's take the fee. But let's just start with this new team and go forward again. But here's hoping we can win 8 games, win a treble. And yeah, I might be changing my tune. But literally, this is it. It's a really important time now. We've got to win these next 6 Scottish Premiership games if we want to go on and win the league title. And you know what? We're probably, I don't think, capable of doing it. But Celtic, I do think, are very, very poor as well. And I think that they'll go and drop points next weekend. They're capable of doing something like that. So whilst I said yesterday the title race is over, I think the title race is over on our regard. I don't think we're going to win 6 games. However, we might get put back into the title charge again due to Celtic's downfall. So we'll wait and see. But yeah, Rangers fans certainly fuming this morning. Everybody really, really upset with yesterday's performance. But do let me know your final words on it, guys. I'll leave the doom and gloom behind. And again, as always, I'll pick myself up, be hopeful, and hopefully we can get a win against Dundee during the week. But guys, thank you for watching. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you all next time. Take care. Peace.